Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Mom, your voice is slow, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, now. Now it's clear.
Okay, good. So let's wait for 2 minutes so that most of the people can join. So let's start our class, today's class. So in the previous class, I have been explaining about skin effect and proximity effect, spirality effect, and what is the one more effect? Kelvin's law.
Clearly, sir.
Kelvin's law, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All these four are called as current distortion effects, that is skin effect, proximity effect, and spirality effect and Kelvin's law. These are called as current distortion effects. That means you should not misunderstand with A double F E C T, but it is E F F E C T. So there is a wide difference between effect and effect. Effect means the problem occurring in the system. Effect is the result of some phenomenon in the system, right? So here we are talking about distortion effects. So we have been talking about skin effect, proximity effect, and spirality effect and Kelvin's law. These four are called as current distortion effect, and we are left with two more effects. They are called as Ferranti effect and Corona effect. So in today's class, I am going to discuss about Ferranti effect and Corona effect. So these effects are actually, these are also the phenomenons which are observed in the overhead transmission lines. So all this we have covered in our previous class. Today I want to discuss about Ferranti effect. Okay. So this effect is observed only in long transmission lines which are lightly loaded. That means whenever we assume the transmission lines, we have already seen that the transmission lines are of three types, that is short transmission lines, medium transmission lines, and long transmission lines, right? So we have seen all these three types of transmission lines based on the length of the transmission lines. These are classified into three types: short transmission, medium transmission, and long transmission lines. So what are short transmission lines? The lines whose length is below 80 kilometers, they are termed to be short transmission lines. Medium transmission lines, their length will be lying between 80 to 240 kilometers. Okay, such lines are called as medium length transmission lines. And we have finally the long transmission lines whose length will be greater than 240 kilometers. But where is this Ferranti effect observed? This effect or phenomenon is observed in only in long transmission lines when they are lightly loaded. That means on the receiving end no load is connected, or it can be a case of a lightly loaded. That means not heavily loaded, but it is a lightly loaded system. So, in such a scenario, we can observe this Ferranti effect. So, what is this effect? This can come for 2 marks or 3 marks question for you. So, here the definition of the Ferranti effect is very, very essential. The Ferranti effect is a phenomena that describes the increase in voltage at the receiving end of a long transmission line relative to the voltage at the sending end when the lines are either lightly loaded or open circuit. Open circuit here indicates that the line is no loaded, right? Whenever the circuit is open, that means no load is connected at the receiving end side of the transmission line. Lightly loaded means only minimum load is connected at the end of the transmission line. So for any transmission line we have two sides. One is sending end side, the other one is receiving end side. The sending end side is represented by its sending end voltage as well as sending end current. Similarly, the receiving end side is indicated by its receiving end voltage and receiving end current. So these are abbreviated as Vs and Is at sending side and Vr and Ir on the receiving side. So the Ferranti effect by the definition states that in case of a long transmission line which is lightly loaded or either it is lightly loaded or it is no loaded, there is a phenomenon where the receiving end voltage will be greater than the sending end voltage. So, usually, what happens in a transmission line, whenever you send, say, some 100 kilovolts from the sending end side, the receiving end side voltage will be lesser than the sending end voltage because of drop observed in the transmission line. So, how do we calculate the drop in a line? The drop is nothing but voltage drop. Drop anangane it is not anything related to current or power. The drop is related to voltage. So what is the drop in the line? It is calculated as the current flowing in the line into the impedance of the line, because in AC you can find impedance, but in case of DC transmission you find the value of R. So the voltage drop will be I into R. So this voltage drop will be deducted from the sending end side, and only the remaining portion will be appearing at the receiving end side. So obviously your receiving end voltage will be less than your sending end voltage. That is the usual phenomena that we observe in the transmission lines. But this effect is observed only in the case of long transmission lines where the receiving end voltage will be sometimes greater than the sending end voltage. So such a phenomenon is called as the Ferranti effect. So why do this increase in the voltage appear in the receiving end side? That is the reason for this is because of the charging current of the line, because we have assumed in the representation of transmission lines, for the short transmission lines we have assumed that the effect of capacitance is neglected, so there is no capacitive effect. So whenever an overhead transmission line is laid, the earth is taken as the return plate. Hence, there exists a virtual capacitance between the transmission line and the earth. So, that effect is neglected in case of short transmission lines. But whereas in case of long transmission lines, that effect cannot be overseen, it cannot be overlooked. Hence, that effect also will be added to the sending end side voltages. So, because of that, the drop will be the sending end side, the capacitive current draws some current, and that is in phase with the receiving end voltage. Hence both of these vectors will be added at the receiving end side. Hence the receiving end voltage will be greater than the sending end voltage. That is, when an alternating voltage is applied, the current that flows into the capacitor is called as charging current. A charging current is also known as capacitive current, because for long transmission lines we cannot neglect the effect of capacitance. So what you have to write for this question: define Ferranti effect and what are the cause for the Ferranti effect. So Ferranti effect is a phenomenon observed. First point is Ferranti effect is observed in long transmission lines. First point. Second point, because of this effect, the receiving end voltage will be greater than the sending end voltage. That is the second point. And the third point is this is can this phenomenon can be observed in long transmission lines which are lightly loaded or open circuited, that means no load conditions. The reason for the Ferranti effect is consideration of the capacitance effect between the line and the return path of the earth. So because of the charging current of the line, the charging current of the line, this effect is added in series to the receiving end voltage, because the sending end voltage is no longer equal to Vs minus Vz. That is, Vz is the drop across the impedance is equal to Vr. So in this case, the direction of this charging current will be from the earth to the line. Hence, this charging current can be added in series, aiding to the receiving end voltage. Therefore, both the vectors will be added, and hence you can get the additive value of the receiving end voltage. Hence, the receiving end voltage now becomes greater than the sending end voltage. So why the Ferranti effect occurs? But what is the reason for occurrence of this Ferranti effect? So just now we have assumed that the effect of capacitance can be neglected in case of short, and it is present in medium and appreciable in long lines, means it is greatly considered in long transmission line. Therefore this phenomenon occurs in medium and long transmission lines. Compared to medium transmission lines, it is mostly observed in only long transmission lines, because the effect of capacitance is appreciable in case of long lines. The capacitor charging current leads to a voltage drop across the line inductor of the transmission system, which is in phase with the sending end voltage. So this voltage drop keeps on increasing additively as we move towards the load end of the line, and subsequently the receiving end voltage tends to get larger than the applied voltage. So that is the reason for the occurrence of Ferranti effect. So how we have to reduce, because uh, we cannot increase the voltage of the receiving end greater than the sending end voltage. So what we should do to reduce this Ferranti effect? Electrical devices are designed to work at some particular voltage. If these voltages are higher at the user ends, what happens whenever the receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage? Our equipments will be rated for, say, suppose 230 volts only, single phase. They are designed for 230 volts. But you are getting a voltage greater than 230, that means 250, 260, 280, like that. Then our equipments will get damaged and their windings burn because of high voltage. So the Ferranti effect on long transmission lines at low load or no load increases the receiving end voltage, and this voltage can be controlled by placing the shunt reactors at the receiving end of the lines. That means whenever the receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage, at the receiving end we are applying our lightly loaded conditions. We are applying some load, and that load will be rated for a particular voltage. If the voltage is exceeding beyond that range, then that equipment gets damaged. So the effect of Ferranti effect is finally to damage the equipment connected at the receiving end. So what we have to do to overcome this? So to overcome this Ferranti effect, we are able to control, reduce the voltage by placing the opposite character element. So reactors are having the characters which are opposite to that of the characteristics of a capacitor, because we all know from our third semester in circuits chapters we have learned the effect of inductance and capacitance. We have learned about XL and XC. XL is what? Inductive reactance. So inductive reactance present ఉంటే సర్క్యూట్లో కరెంట్ విల్ లాగ్ ది వోల్టేజ్. అదే ఇండక్టివ్ రియాక్టెన్స్ ప్లేస్లో కెపాసిటివ్ రియాక్టెన్స్ ఉందనుకోండి, కెపాసిటర్ ఉంది, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? కరెంట్ విల్ లీడ్ ద వోల్టేజ్. దట్ మీన్స్ ది షంట్ రియాక్టర్ and shunt capacitors, both of them will have opposite characteristics. So already you are having the effect of shunt capacitor. So to nullify that effect of shunt capacitor, what we have to do? We have to place shunt reactors at the receiving end of the lines. So then the shunt reactor will balance the charging currents taken by the capacitor. Hence, the receiving end voltage will remain unaffected as before in case of short transmission lines, and it will be less than your sending end voltage. So our purpose is always to maintain Vs is equal to Vr. Vr should not be greater than Vs. That concept you have to keep it in mind. Shunt reactor is an inductive current element connected between line and neutral to compensate the capacitive current from transmission lines. So, when this effect occurs in long transmission lines, shunt reactors compensate the capacitive power of the lines, and therefore the voltage is regulated within the prescribed limits. That means, so this is the overall concept of Ferranti effect. So once again I repeat, Ferranti effect is nothing but a phenomenon observed in case of long transmission lines in a considerable way, where the receiving end voltage will be greater than the sending end voltage. That is the first point. So, to observe this phenomenon, the receiving end side of the transmission line should be lightly loaded. So, you all underline or make note of the word lightly loaded. అది మీరు మీ ఆన్సర్ రాసేటప్పుడు కూడా దాన్ని హైలైట్ చేయాలి. Lightly loaded or no load conditions. So Ferranti effect is observed in case of lightly loaded long transmission lines, or it is observed in no load long transmission lines. Is it clear?
Yes,
Okay, so Ferranti effect is a phenomenon observed in case of transmission line. It is not a current distortion effect. So please don't misunderstand. Write a current distortion effects and don't write Ferranti effect. Please, I am telling you, because we have seen so many years that students are getting confused between skin effect and Ferranti effect, skin effect and corona effect. No, both of these effects are not current distortion effects. These are the phenomenons. These are just the ఇదేమంటామంటే ఒక situation observed in the transmission lines. Whereas current distortion effects, they will distort, they will disturb the distribution of current in the transmission line conductors. So altogether you have in your fourth semester you have total 6 effects. 4 are current distortion effects and 2 are just effects. These two are Ferranti effect and corona effect. Okay, so please, I'm repeatedly telling, don't misunderstand between current distortion effects and other two effects. These are only the phenomenons. They do not disturb any current distribution. They are in fact related to the voltage of the transmission lines. Current distortion effects are different from the other effects like Ferranti effect and corona effect. So the reason for the Ferranti effect is the presence of capacitive charging currents. ద రీజన్స్ ఫర్ ద ప్రెజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫెర్రాంటీ ఎఫెక్ట్, బికాస్ మనం ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఒక ఎఫెక్ట్ వస్తుంది ఒక సిస్టంలో అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఎందువల్ల వచ్చింది అనేది మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకోగలగాలి. సో ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఎందువల్ల వచ్చింది అంటే, ఇప్పుడు ఒక ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్ ప్లస్ అర్త్ కూడా ఉంది కాబట్టి ఓవర్ హెడ్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్స్ పైన ఆకాశంలో ఉంటాయి, కింద గ్రౌండ్ అర్త్ ఉంది. ఆ రెండు కూడా టూ ప్యారలల్ ప్లేట్స్గా విజువలైజ్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు అర్త్ నుంచి లైన్కి ఛార్జింగ్ కరెంట్స్ అనేవి పాస్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. సో ఈ ఛార్జింగ్ కరెంట్స్ ఎందుకు పాస్ అవుతాయి అంటే, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్, వర్చువల్ వర్చువల్ కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్. అంటే రియల్గా అక్కడ ఒక కెపాసిటీ ప్లేట్స్ని మనం ఏం పెట్టట్లేదు, కానీ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్లో ఒక ఛార్జింగ్ కరెంట్ అనేది ఫ్లో అవుతుంటుంది. ఈ ఛార్జింగ్ కరెంట్ ఫ్లో అవ్వడం వల్ల that drop is added in series aiding with the రిసీవింగ్ అండ్ వోల్టేజ్. సో దానికోసం రిసీవింగ్ అండ్ వోల్టేజ్ ఆల్రెడీ 10 volts ఉంది, దానికి ఛార్జింగ్ కరెంట్ వల్ల వచ్చే డ్రాప్ కూడా యాడ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల ఆ రెండు యాడ్ అయ్యేటప్పటికి సెండింగ్ అండ్ వోల్టేజ్ కన్నా రిసీవింగ్ సైడ్ వోల్టేజ్ పెరిగిపోతుంది. సో ఇలా పెరిగిపోవడం వల్ల ఏంటి ప్రాబ్లము, ఏమవుతుంది ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్ వల్ల అంటే, రిసీవింగ్ ఎండ్ సైడ్ మనం యూజువల్గా ఏం చేస్తామో మనకున్న లోడ్ని కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం. సో ఆ లోడ్ ఆల్రెడీ మనం మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ డివైజెస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ సమ్ రేటెడ్ వోల్టేజ్, రేటెడ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్, రేటెడ్ కరెంట్స్కి వాటిని డిజైన్ చేయబడతాయి. సో ఎప్పుడైతే ఆ వోల్టేజ్ కన్నా ఎక్కువ వోల్టేజెస్ వస్తాయో ఆ లోడ్ మీదకి, అప్పుడు ఆ లోడ్ కనుక డ్యామేజ్ అయిపోయే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. సో దానికోసం ఏం చేయాలి అంటే, ఎవరైతే దానికి ఆపోజిట్గా వర్క్ చేయగలుగుతారో, కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్కి ఎవరైతే ఆపోజిట్గా వర్క్ చేయగలుగుతారో సిస్టంలో, మనకి తెలిసిన ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అందులో మనకి మూడు ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, పారామీటర్స్ అంటాం వాటిని, ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్ పారామీటర్స్. ఒకటి రెసిస్టెన్స్, ఒకటి ఇండక్టెన్స్, మూడోది కెపాసిటెన్స్. సో రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఈ కెపాసిటివ్కి ఇండక్టర్స్కి ఏం సంబంధం లేదు, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఆఫ్ కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అండ్ ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్. సో కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్గా ఆపోజిట్గా ఎవరు వర్క్ చేయగలరు, జస్ట్ లైక్ ఇప్పుడు దొంగలు ఉన్నారు, దొంగలకి ఆపోజిట్గా ఎవరు ఉంటారు, పోలీసులు ఉంటారు. సో పోలీసులు ఎక్కువ మంది అయితే దొంగతనం అనేది తగ్గిపోతుంది. అలాగే ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసామంటే సర్క్యూట్లో కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ తగ్గిపోతుంది, ఎందుకంటే అవి రెండు టూ ఆపోజిట్లీ యాక్టింగ్ వెక్టర్స్. సో దే విల్ క్యాన్సిల్ ఈచ్ అదర్. ఇప్పుడు రెండు సమానంగా ఉన్నాయంటే నెట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ జీరో అయిపోతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా చెప్పేది? ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటే కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ తగ్గిపోతుంది, అంతే కదా. సో కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్
ఎస్
ఎక్కువ
మ్యామ్.
ఉంటే ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ తగ్గిపోతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఫెర్రాంటీ ఎఫెక్ట్ని రెడ్యూస్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు మనము ఆ సర్క్యూట్లో షంట్ రియాక్టర్స్ని ప్లేస్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఈ షంట్ రియాక్టర్స్ అప్పుడు దే విల్ కంపెన్సేట్ ది కెపాసిటివ్ వార్ ఆఫ్ ద లైన్స్. వార్ మీన్స్ కిలోవార్స్. ద రియాక్టివ్ పవర్కి యూనిట్ ఏంటి, వార్. సో మనకి 3 పవర్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, రియల్ పవర్, రియాక్టివ్ పవర్ అండ్ అపరెంట్ పవర్. సో రియల్ పవర్ కిలోవాట్స్, రియాక్టివ్ పవర్ కిలోవార్ అండ్ అపరెంట్ పవర్ కేవీఏ. సో ఇక్కడ మనం షంట్ రియాక్టర్స్ని వాడడం వల్ల వీఆర్ కంపెన్సేటింగ్, వీఆర్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్. కంపెన్సేట్ చేయడం అంటే బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయడం, బ్యాలెన్స్ ది కెపాసిటివ్ వార్స్ ఆఫ్ ద లైన్, and hence the voltage is regulated. Regulated means controlled within the prescribed limits. So this is all about your Ferranti effect. Next we will go to the corona discharge. Next one is corona effect. So this is not the corona which you are facing now. This corona is also a problem in transmission lines. In our electrical subject, there is one more corona. This corona is nothing but it can be defined as a phenomenon of violet glow, hissing noise, and production of ozone gas in overhead transmission lines, and this is known as corona. So the corona discharge is also known as corona effect. It is an electrical discharge, and it is the leakage of current caused why? Because of ionization of the fluid such as air surrounding the conductor that is electrically charged. So when will this corona effect observed? This is observed at high voltages unless sufficient care is taken to limit the strength of the surrounding electric field. So, how do we define corona? Corona is defined as a phenomenon. This definition you should by heart. You should learn or you should remember. The phenomenon of violet glow. త్రీ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. ఫస్ట్ వన్, ఈ మూడు పాయింట్స్ రాస్తేనే మీకు ఫుల్ మార్క్స్ వస్తాయి. వైలెట్ గ్లో, హిస్సింగ్ నాయిస్ అండ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఓజోన్ గ్యాస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద త్రీ ఫినామినన్స్ అబ్జర్వ్డ్ ఇన్ ఎ transmission line, and this effect is known as corona discharge, and it is also called as corona effect. It is an electrical discharge caused by ionization of a fluid such as air surrounding. ఎందుకంటే ఈ ఓవర్ హెడ్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్స్ చుట్టూ ఉండే ఎయిర్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇన్సులేటర్గా వర్క్ చేస్తుంది. కానీ అట్ హయ్యర్ వోల్టేజెస్ ఏమవుతుంది, ఇట్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ద డైఎలక్ట్రిక్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ బ్రేక్ డౌన్ and the air will now become like a conductor and allow the leakage of current to flow. That leakage of current is nothing but called as corona effect. And this discharge can be heard. It is audible అంటే మనకి వినబడుతుంది. ఎలా? హిస్సింగ్ నాయిస్ లాగా, లేకపోతే క్రాకింగ్ నాయిస్ యాజ్ ఇట్ అయనైజెస్ ద ఎయిర్ అరౌండ్ ది కండక్టర్స్. సో ఇది యూజువల్గా హై వోల్టేజెస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు, డ్యాంప్ కండిషన్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు, అలాంటప్పుడు మనకి ఈ కరోనా ఎఫెక్ట్ అనేది కనబడుతుంది. సో ఈ కరోనా ఎఫెక్ట్ కెన్ బి ఆల్టర్డ్ బై చేంజింగ్ ద వోల్టేజ్ that is applied across the line and also the spacing of the conductors. So to avoid corona effect, we have to place lesser voltages and also we have to give more spacing between the conductors. So what are the main factors affecting corona discharge? So corona discharge will be dependent on the atmospheric conditions, the conductor size, spacing of the conductors and line voltage. These are the four important factors on which corona loss depends. So what are the basically corona loss has only more disadvantages, but there are only few advantages like virtual increase in the conductor diameter, effects of transients produced by lightning and other causes. These are also reduced because corona discharge undi ante ఏమైనా ఓవర్ వోల్టేజెస్ వచ్చినప్పుడు త్రూ ద కరోనా డిశ్చార్జ్ that can be discharged to the earth. So, what are the basic disadvantages? Loss of power. There is no sinusoidal voltage drop due to non sinusoidal corona current. Corrosion on the conductor due to chemical action takes place. So, I think we can stop here. So, now I would like to see some of the feedback from you. So, your corona effect. Anybody in the group? Just please. Till now we have explained the
The
concept.
phenomenon,
What is
yes, ma'am.
corona effect? Anybody
The,
can tell me?
the phenomenon of violet
Yes.
glow and hissing noise and
Yes.
production of ozone gas on the overhead transmission line.
Yes. Very good. So corona is a current distortion. It is not a current distortion effect. It is a visual phenomenon. Visual phenomenon అంటే మన కళ్ళకు కనబడుతున్న ఫినామినా. అది ఎలా కనబడుతుంది అంటే ఇన్ ద కలర్ ఆఫ్ వైలెట్ కలర్ విత్ హిస్సింగ్ నాయిస్ ఎక్సెట్రా. Hissing noise, violet color, and production of
Production of ozone
ozone
gas.
gas. So, what are the factors on which it depends? What are the four factors?
At- Atmosphere, conductor size,
Yes,
spacing between conductors, line voltage.
yeah. So, how do we do? How to reduce the corona? Increase the spacing between the conductors. That is the first thing we have to do. And also by increasing the conductor size, Then minimizing the voltage across the conductors. This all will help us to reduce the corona. Now what is Ferranti effect? In which lines it is observed? It is just like a quiz, anybody
on
can answer.
overhead,
In which lines you observe Ferranti effect?
on long transmission line, ma'am.
Yes, on long transmission line. So how should be the transmission line? Whether it should be heavily loaded or lightly loaded?
Lightly loaded.
Lightly loaded,
Lightly, ma'am.
or no loaded.
Yes, lightly loaded or no loaded. So are you all confident of writing the exams? Forthcoming exams from August 8th, I think we are having your SEM exams. So how is your preparation going on? How is your preparation going on? Moin? Moyen, are you present? So total how many chapters you are having?
6, ma'am.
Yeah. So the corona effect, Ferranti effect, in which chapter you are finding this?
4, ma'am. Fourth lesson. Fourth lesson. Fourth
Yes,
chapter.
yes, yes. Okay. So again, I will meet you on my next class. So all of you, please go through your syllabus, examination pattern, and take care of your syllabus. If you have any doubts, you can ping me, and you can get your doubts clarified. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So anybody wants to recall about skin effect, proximity effect? Anybody wants any doubts in that topic? What are they? Skin effect, proximity effect. You should be thorough by this class. ఇంకా మీరు మళ్ళీ పుస్తకాలు చూసుకోకుండా చెప్పగలగాలి, అందుకనే ఇన్నిసార్లు రిపీట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. స్పైరాలిటీ ఎఫెక్ట్ అండ్ కెల్విన్స్ లా.
Kelvin's law.
ఎస్, వాట్ ఈస్ స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్? ఎనీబడి ఇన్ ద క్లాస్? నిఖిత, పిన్ నెంబర్ 10. స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయి.
Yes, ma'am.
స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయమ్మా, డిఫైన్ చేయపోని. వాట్ ఈస్ స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్? నిఖిత, అన్మ్యూట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్
Yes,
అండ్ టెల్
ma'am.
మీ. స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? తెలుగులో చెప్పు. యూ కెన్ అన్మ్యూట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్.
Ma'am, um, the non-uniform distribution of electric current over the surface or skin of conductor, ma'am.
ఎస్, నాన్ యూనిఫామ్
Carrying
కాదు
AC, ma'am.
మమా. అమ్మా నిఖిత, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ నాన్ యూనిఫామ్ కరెంట్ డిస్టార్షన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ని స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అంటాం, కానీ స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్లో క్రీపింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద కరెంట్ ఓవర్ ద సర్ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ ద కండక్టర్. అంటే ఆ నాన్ యూనిఫామ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది? స్కిన్ మీద ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది కదా.
Yes, ma'am.
సో అది చెప్పాలి. సో అన్ఈక్వల్ మోర్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ అక్రాస్ ద స్కిన్ ఆఫ్ ద కండక్టర్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ స్కిన్ ఎఫెక్ట్.
Yes. Skin effect.
ఎస్. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఈస్ proximity effect? Anybody?
If the field due to the return conductor is considered, then this effect is called proximity effect.
Proximity effect. What do you mean by proximity?
Closeness, ma'am.
ఎస్
Closer.
స్టేయింగ్ బిసైడ్, ఒకదాని పక్కన ఉండడాన్నే ప్రాక్సిమ్ అంటారు. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈజ్ స్పైరాలిటీ ఎఫెక్ట్?
This effect is mainly depends upon the size and method of the construction of the conductor. Due to its periodic effect, it increases both the resistance and the internal resistance of the standard conductor.
Okay, very good, very good. So all of you please go through these 6 effects. 4 are current distortion effects and 2 are voltage phenomenons observed in the transmission lines. Okay, so in the next class we will come up with a new topic. So I want to discuss about inductance and capacitance in my next class. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.